A collider is an Unity 3D component which is used to prevent two objects that contain colliders to go through each other. I got here an example of these two objects. It's a box and a character here. Both of these objects have a collider. This box here has a box collider. This character here has a capsule collider. Now if you play the game, with the objects you can go, with the character you can go through this box here. Even if you try like this, it's not possible. The object always gets squished outside of the capsule. I mean outside the collider. Colliders are used to do that purpose, or to make a trigger event or anything like that. And we got like 4 type of colliders. It's a sphere collider, box collider, capsule collider, and a mesh collider. Now I'm going to create an empty object so you can see how a collider looks like. Inside this object I'm going to add a collider, box collider. Now you see the green lines here. These green lines represent the collider or that you have used. You can use this option here to edit the collider like this or like this. It goes the same way. Besides this, you can also change the position of the collider, where it's located at. Let's say I'm going to explain it by using this box here so you can see the difference. This box here has a collider where it's placed on the center of the box of the object. Now if you change the center position like this, the collider will go outside of the object here, so it will only cover just few or no place like this. Let's say it's 0.5. Now if you play the game, the object will go only through this area here. It can go through the other here, and also this invisible area is covered with a collider, so the object can go through it. Besides this collider here, we got a sphere collider. Also you can change the size of the collider. Let's say you can make it to be double sized than the object, or you can use this object size by using the ones. I'm going to remove this component and I'm going to add a sphere collider. This is how a sphere collider looks like. As you can see here, the green lines represent the collider. You can resize the collider like this, or using this radius here. You can also do the same thing like by the box to change the position of the collider from the object, or leave it in the center of the object as well. You can use this here. It does the same thing like when you use the resize tool. As you can see here, is the same thing. Another collider we have is a capsule collider. Now it will be the best way to explain you how it looks like by showing you the character here. This is how a box a capsule collider looks like. It has this size here, as you can see here. You can change the capsule collider by changing these options here. You can change the directions to x-axis or epsilon axis. You'll see the difference. You can change the height. You can change the radius. Let's say you change the height like this, or let me leave it. I'm going to show you inside the game what will affect the character if you change the height or anything else. Now do you see the character, how it looks like? If I change the height, it's a bit not possible. I must do this here first. I need to do this here. It's maybe not possible because it can't apply because the game is already running. Now the character is a bit like flying because of the collider. It's a bit bugged. So you need to use a proper size, height of the collider. Another collider that we have is a mesh collider. The mesh collider is used to adjust by itself on an object. Let's say if you use a mesh collider on this object here, it will adjust itself. Let's say it will make colliders on its fingers like this, and not just, it won't cover up these empty areas. Let's say if you have made a character and now you want to make a shooting game, and if somebody shoots the character here, you want to make some damage, and you need the mesh collider for sure, because if somebody shoots a bullet here in this empty area, this guy will get shot no matter what. That's why you need to use the mesh collider. And the mesh collider can, it's not, I think it's buggy when you use it on a parent. I suggest you to use the mesh collider on the childs of the objects here. So like I said, if you want to use it for a shooting game, you should use the mesh collider, because when you want to play the game, you want to make sure, like, if you shot in the hand, it will affect him, if it will affect the character, not like when you shoot here in some empty area, he will like get shot. That's kind of stupid in a game. So you gonna for sure use the mesh collider.